Okay, so what is ActiveCollab? So ActiveCollab is a project management tool where you can create your projects, manage your tasks, create tasks, or organize them into task lists, track your work, how much time you have spent on any particular task or projects, all these things. It is similar to other project management tools like you must have used Jira or Asana or ClickUp. So similar to that as well, ActiveCollab is a project management tool. So here, let's say you are working in an organization that uses ActiveCollab, then your finance team can make use of this particular tool for invoicing, reporting, tracking time of the employees, etc. So let's I will show you how the ActiveCollab looks like. So this is how ActiveCollab interface looks like. This is a project that you can see over here in this particular screen. These are all the tasks that have been created under this particular project, and these are the assigning names with whom each of these tasks are assigned. Here you can see all the task lists. So under each task list, you can create different tasks over here, and you can organize them into a particular task list or sprints as well. Then here you can see all the projects. Then here under the project you can also maintain the notes and all. If you have any particular credentials to be stored under a project, all those things you can maintain over here. So this is a generic example of how this ActiveCollab looks like. Okay, now we will see what is the role of ActiveCollab in CollabAI. So in CollabAI, you can connect with ActiveCollab under the Connect apps, and you can use it for project management purpose. AI powered project assistant. So you can make use of agents, connect them to ActiveCollab and ask queries related to the projects or tasks, and the agent will give you a curated response based on the queries that you ask. Now, how does it give the curated responses? So it makes use of a feature called function calling. Uh, So function calling actually connects the agent to the ActiveCollab, and the ActiveCollab gives response to the function, and then the function returns the response to the user and the agent gives you the response from the function. It analyzes the response, and the response it gives you in a curated manner. So function calling actually enables the agents to interact with ActiveCollab to give you real-time data. Now, what does function calling exactly mean? So this function calling is a powerful feature that OpenAI provides, wherein the AI models can interact with external functions or third-party tools. It's kind of acts as a bridge between the model. So let's say, let me give you an example. Now you are using an agent, and you ask the agent, what is the weather in New York today? Now the agent will give you a generic response like based on the weather. Now, what if you make use of function calling? So you can create a function, and in that function you can call the weather API. You can use parameters like the location and the date, and you can connect that function to the agent. And when you connect that weather function to the agent, and then when you ask the agent what is the weather in New York today, then the agent will understand, okay, you want to know, the user wants to know what is the weather in New York. So it will call the function by passing the weather and the location name and the date to the particular function, and it will actually call the real-time data using the API, and then it will return you those particular data. So this function calling acts as a bridge between the AI models and the programmed actions. And the function enables AI to identify when to use the functions based on the user's input. Now coming to this ActiveCollab API integration. So ActiveCollab API, there are two versions of ActiveCollab. One is cloud-based, where you actually use the ActiveCollab on their cloud-based servers, and the other thing is self-hosted versions, wherein you purchase the ActiveCollab and host it on your particular or your organization server. So if you are using, there are different APIs that can be used. If you are using cloud cloud-based ActiveCollab, then it provides a API documentation for you where you can use those particular APIs, and those APIs can be you can use it in your functions and connect it to the agents to get the response that you need. If you're using a self-hosted version, it depends on the version that you use and the API support for that as well. So you can do either two things. One, you can use the API that it provides from the actual ActiveCollab APIs, or you can use custom APIs. You can host those APIs onto your server. If in case you are using a self-hosted version, you can host those APIs onto your server, and those APIs you can use uh, to call in your agent. Okay. Now I will show you how you can connect ActiveCollab on our CollabAI. So you can come over here under My Profile, Connect Apps, and here you can connect the ActiveCollab. You can connect this using your ActiveCollab credentials. Okay, now we will see how to build ActiveCollab agents. So once you have connected your ActiveCollab, you can define functions for it. And in that particular function, you can call the ActiveCollab APIs. Now let's say I want to create an agent uh, that gives me what are the tasks that have been worked on a particular project within a given date range. Now let's say there is a particular project, and I want to know uh, what are the tasks that have been worked on in the last month or maybe last week or any particular date range. Now let's see how we can create those agents. So first thing what you can do is you can make use of function calling for this. So under my agents, so for this particular use case where you want to get the tasks that were worked on, what you can do is you can create a function over here under create functions. So for this, I have created a function called retrieve active collab tasks work. So what I'm doing over here is I'm passing this parameters from to that tells me which from which given date range I want the tasks to be retrieved, and name would be the name of the project. And this token is something that will be dynamically passed. The CollabAI will pass it to the particular function. So using this particular function, now inside this function, you can call the ActiveCollab APIs. Now, in case you are using cloud-based ActiveCollab APIs, then under the ActiveCollab API documentation, here you will get the um, necessary APIs that you want to use. Uh, Now, if you want to use a self-hosted and you already have a API for it, then you can use those particular APIs in this particular function. So now I've created this function. Now let's see how we can use this function in the agents. Okay, so we can create an agent over here. I've given this agent instructions that this agent should provide a response based on the user's query in a given date range. And over here, what you can do is you can enable the function calling, and under this function list, you can make use of the this function over here. You can call the function and then you can enable the active collab. Okay, so for this particular use case, that is, if you want to see which are the tasks that were worked on, you can use this particular agent over here. So this is an example I've showed you all over here. So let's say in this particular project, which I had referred to earlier, that is QA intern onboarding 2025. If I want to know what are the tasks that were worked on, let's say latest tasks that were worked on in February 2025. So you see over here, I had asked this particular function, and it has said that during this particular month, the latest task was book reading, and it was assigned to this particular employee. Now here I asked another question to this agent. Let's say if I want to know which are the tasks that were worked on in the last month in January 2025. So here it has analyzed again, it has connected to the ActiveCollab agent, and it has retrieved all the tasks that were worked on this particular month. So it has listed each of the tasks along with their assignee name. Now, how this agent has identified that how which tasks were actually worked on is what the function that I've written over here is. I am using a custom APIs over here. So what this has done is it has analyzed based on the hours that were logged on those particular tasks. Let's say if this employee has logged uh, in on this particular task, this employee has logged some amount of hours, then it will consider that this employee has worked on this particular task during that particular date. And considering that, it will give you the response. If you say January 2025, it will analyze all those data accordingly, and it will return you those data, each of those tasks, along with the assignee name. Now over here you see I have asked which task was worked on the previous week's Friday, so 21st February, I've given only a single date. Now let's see what the agent has given me response. For this same project it is. So out of all these tasks, it has analyzed and it has given me only these three tasks. So from this particular project QA intern onboarding, uh, the agent has given me the response that only three tasks have been worked on this specific date. So similarly, you can create each functions uh, for the ActiveCollab and use those functions on in your agent. Now let's see another agent over here called ActiveCollab Time Tracker. This is a agent that is already existing on the CollabAI platform. So what this agent actually does is it gives you any particular employees hours that have been logged in a given date range. Now let's say you want to know how many hours you have spent in meetings in any particular week, or you can ask for a month also, uh, but within a like given date range you can ask. So here, if you see, I had asked over here this agent between 10th February 2025 to 16th February 2025, how many in which meeting did this employee Akshay Naik spend maximum number of hours. So it has particular agent is using a different function that analyzes hours that have been logged by the employees, whether it is a meeting or billable or non-billable hours. So out of the question that I had asked, it has analyzed, it has called that particular function, and it has returned me the topmost hours that this employee has logged, and each of the meetings it has described that this employee has logged offer tech help meeting 6 hours, all these things. So out of all these meetings, offer tech help is the one that this employee Akshay Naik has spent the most number of hours between this particular week. Let me show you this agent as well. So this agent, you can go under explore agents. Okay, so you see over here, I had asked previously how many billable hours myself, Vinay Mali, has logged between 17th to 23rd February. Now it has analyzed, it has called that particular function, and it has mentioned that I have utilized a total of 38 billable hours during that range. Now, similar question I had asked, in which meeting did he spend most number of hours? So it has again called that function and an API, and it has given me the response saying that most number of hours that was spent is with the KT session meeting. Now let me show you the function that has been used for this as well. So you can go over here under my agents. Now, the function that has been used for this is ActiveCollab hours logged. Now, what this particular function does is it takes again the employee's name, then from and to date range where you want the actual this hours from which particular time frame you want to get the ActiveCollab hours, and what this function again calls another API. Now, what this API does is within a given date range that you mention over here, for that particular employee, it gives you all the hours that you have logged, whether it is billable, non-billable, and each of the individual meetings that are there. It gives you all the data, whether how many hours you have logged, whether it is less, more, each of the meetings. It gives you the accurate data from within this date range that you mentioned, and for that particular employee. Now you can connect this particular function to the agent. In this case, it is the time tracker agent. So you can connect that particular function to the agent, and what the agent will give you the response is all your meeting related and hours related data. And you can use that particular thing over here in the under the function calling, and when the function returns the data, it returns all those data from the API, and the agent actually analyzes uh, what queries or what question the user has asked, and based on that, the agent will give you the response. If you have asked the agent, uh, if you have asked the agent the billable hours, then it will give you only the billable hours. Whereas over here, in this particular example that I had asked the agent, I had asked him what was the maximum hours that was spent in the meetings. So it has analyzed only the meeting related data, and it has given me filtered and given me only those data. So similarly, you can uh, build the functions on our CollabAI platform, connect with the APIs, and use those APIs in those functions, pass the necessary parameters that you need, and on those functions you can use it when you're creating an agent. And once you enable the ActiveCollab, then the agent will actually connect with the ActiveCollab and give you the data that you have connected with the agent, that the function that you have used.